Hi everybody, I've been wanting to get a slider for my DSLR video for a while, and I've seen a lot of people talk about how much they like the Glide Gear Dev 235, so I thought I'd pick one up. It's inexpensive and it seems to be a good deal. The case is nice. Here's the Dev 235 outside of its case. The rail is just about 2 feet long and there's a heavy-duty slider that's on top. Just tightens with a screw, slide it back and forth by hand, and this is a friction slider. It's made of aircraft grade aluminum, but it slides really easily, which I really like. The two end support brackets have threaded screws where you can adjust and balance the height. It only took a little over a minute to put the slider together. You adjust the height and the level by adjusting the screws with the balls on the end, then locking them in place. It also has a convenient level on top of the slider that you can use to determine your level. You're better off leveling the slider first, because when you put a pan head or a ball head on, that little level is pretty tough to see. Again, the assembly is very fast, very convenient, and this will be a real added bonus when shooting out in the field. I'm using a Benro pan head today instead of a ball head. It's very precise, it's very heavy, and I like it a lot. You can move the slider pretty quick, but the disadvantage is that the camera sits way above where the slider is. Well, here's the slider with the pan head installed. Looks like really a pretty clean little simple setup, which it is. I like using this thing. I just like the look of it too. This being a completely manual slider, you really have to take it easy when you take off. Unscrew it a little bit and then just gently move it from the side. It's going to take a lot of practice to get used to this thing, but it's actually fun to use, and it does glide very smoothly with this pretty heavy pan head on top of it. I'm shooting today with a Canon 7D and a Tokina 11-16mm lens. I really like this camera and lens combo. The Tokina 11-16 is made for APS-C sensors, so it just works great on this camera. One really nice feature of the 7D is a built-in electronic level. This really helps when you're using a 7D on a slider. Okay, this is the very first time I've used this slider. I overexposed it a little bit, and I'm panning over just a set of old tools that I've laid out. I think it works pretty well, and any jerkiness that you see is just me trying to get used to this thing. Next thing I thought I would shoot is my old Gibson B25 that's 52 years old. I thought I'd just sweep across it and see how it looks. This guitar has been banged up throughout the years, so sweeping across it will bring out all of its flaws and nicks and scratches. Here's the setup, and all I'm doing is just holding on to the pan head and sweeping it across the rail. I changed lenses here to a Canon 35mm 2.8 lens. Since the 7D is an APS-C sensor camera, you have to multiply that focal length by 1.6. 35mm on an APS-C sensor camera gives you 56mm in true focal length. I didn't use the slider on this shot. All I did was turn the pan head, and I had the lens focused on the strings right in front of the sound hole. I had the lens wide open at f2.8 here. Well, that just about does it for this video. Would I recommend the Dev 235 to somebody to buy? Yeah, I would. I think this is a really good little slider for the price. It's under $100. I think I got it for like 90 bucks. It's the same price everywhere. Really worth it. It slides really nicely, and it's a good investment. Well, as always, thanks for watching. This is Jeff, and I'll talk to you soon.